Despite these challenges at home, the President has set forth an ambitious list of priorities when it comes to foreign policy and national security. Drawing down troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, refocusing the fight against terrorism, reducing nuclear weapons, negotiating with Iran, launching trade talks with our most important partners in Europe and the Pacific, and restarting direct negotiations between Israelis and Palestinians. He also faces enormous challenges posed by the uprisings in the Arab world, the prolonged economic downturn in Europe, the continued rise of China, an unpredictable North Korea, and a reassertive Russia. Today, the foreign policy program at Brookings is releasing its own assessment of these questions and the steps President Obama's administration should take to make the most of his remaining 3 years in office. We're excited to present our flagship publication, Big Bets and Black Swans. As we did last year, we've identified the big bets the President should make to advance U.S. security interests in the world. We also set forth 5 areas where the White House should double down on its previous bets to move the agenda forward on Iran, Syria, Cuba, and Asia. We've also pointed out a number of black swans, low probability but high impact events that could derail the President's plans, and added a new category of nightmare scenarios that look more likely to unfold than previously. Finally, we've pointed out several areas where the President should hold his cards and stay the course. Before I introduce the panel, let me flag 1 or 2 overarching points that Bob Kagan and I make in the introductory memo on U.S. leadership of a liberal global order. In our view, over the last year, the global situation has deteriorated, and America's role looks more uncertain and tentative. Americans are disillusioned about our traditional leadership role, and cuts in defense and foreign aid spending are raising questions about our commitments to a rules-based international system. The revelations about U.S. intelligence collection in our own country and around the world reinforce a sense of doubt about the underbelly of U.S. predominance in the world. To restore U.S. leadership, President Obama should reinvest in a global order in which norms are not only articulated and endorsed, but protected and enforced wherever possible. This means doubling down on big bets like higher standards in the trade arena, rolling back nuclear weapons development in Iran and North Korea, and protecting civilians from the ravages of civil conflict and authoritarian violence. It also means making new bets on rules for governing the internet that protect our profound interest in an open information system that is under increasing pressure and threats. We should also make the most of regional and international peacekeeping efforts in Africa and protect our long investment in a more stable Afghanistan. While pursuing these opportunities, the administration must also mitigate the potential damage posed by the turmoil in the Arab world, fraying alliances with Germany, Korea, and Japan, and provocations from Russia and China. We believe that with dedicated presidential leadership, properly resourced by the Congress, these threats can be managed, and the United States can remain the leader of a liberal global order.